First of all, how does it feel being at Hellfest, and what are your expectations for tonight's shows?
Yeah, we played here before. It's a great audience. We played early in the day, and we played on the main stage. This time we're headlining inside a tent at midnight. So, yeah, we're excited. I mean, the France crowd is really good. So we're excited to play, you know. It's our first show in probably like 2 months, and we haven't rehearsed. We've been recording a record, and we just finished it right before we came here, so we'll see what happens.
The next question would have been about the new record. When the people can expect the new album, as you've released it a few years ago, the last album?
Yeah. The new record will be out on October 28th.
Is the material finished, or you're still working on it?
It's finished. It's finished, recorded, done. It's now off its way to Andy Sneap to get mixed. And yeah, it's actually done.
What could they expect about the new album?
What can they expect? Fucking really good metal. Yeah, it's good. It's going to be a good record.
I want to ask you about a comparison in regards to European scene. If you would compare it with the US scene, how do you see both of them? How do you see them?
Well, I think in Europe it's a little bit more organized, and it seems like there's a lot more metalheads here for sure. That doesn't mean that in the United States that the people don't love metal as much. I don't know, Europe just seems more metal than the United States. The United States is more, as far as the general population, is more formatted for pop music. It's more like on the pop side, whereas Europe is more metal. But I don't want to piss any Americans off because there's a lot of metalheads there. I mean, we're from America. And it's just in Europe, I think they're kind of fickle about music a little bit. There's a lot of music out there to listen to, but it's just a little bit more organized here. I wish we had more festivals in America, but I can't imagine it being this cool here because there's something about in Europe. You have different countries. You know, you have France, you have Germany, and in America it's mixed all the time. So everybody's kind of arguing about. It's not unified, you know what I mean? It's a melting pot. There's good things about America and there's bad things, so, you know, it depends on how you look at it, so.
How do you see the scene nowadays in comparison when you've started in the 80s?
Oh, boy. You know, there's a lot of good things. I think that it's a big blur. In my opinion, it's a fucking blur because there's so many technologies and there's the internet, cell phones, fucking WhatsApp, YouTube. All these things have taken away from the glory of buying a record or a cassette and putting gasoline in your car and going to a show. I know that still happens, but it's different. It used to be a lot more cooler. Not that I'm getting older, but I see it in the fan base. I see it where it was just a lot more simpler. I think when things are a little bit more simpler, people aren't as stressed out and everything is kind of flows a little bit more. I mean, I got so many things going on in my head because of the internet, because of YouTube, because of the way things are that I can't speak as clearly as I want, as I used to be able to. And it has nothing to do with that I took so many drugs when I was younger. It's just fucking life is crazy now. It's weird. It's so weird now. It's kind of surreal, but things were a lot cooler, I think, back in the day, to answer your question.
Okay. How would you describe a Testament fan?
I think Testament fans are really diverse. To like Testament, you kind of gotta like rock and roll. You gotta like black metal. You gotta like thrash metal because Testament has a lot of different styles. I mean, we have the word, you call it ballads. We have songs that are super heavy like black metal. We have thrash songs. We got rock songs. And we kind of try to incorporate all that into one. Not that we don't know what we want to do. It's just And I'm not comparing myself to Metallica because Metallica's like a phenomenon, but at the same time, we're a lot like them musically because we have really fast songs, we have slow songs, and we have a lot of different stuff that we can offer rather than just being one style. So, I mean, I wish we were a phenomenon. That'd be fucking amazing, but no, so whatever. Yeah, but that's where we're at as far as musically.
And if you could change a thing in Testament history, what would be that thing that you would change?
What would I change in our history? Oh boy. I mean, if you change something,
What you would want to be different, maybe?
well, that's a hard question because the whole theory of changing something, you gotta make mistakes. Because if you don't make a mistake, you don't learn anything. So if I went back and changed things where we didn't make mistakes, I wouldn't really know anything. So you have to kind of, but if I could get away with it, I would probably re-record like Souls of Black and change little things on like the ritual and stuff like that. I think the band was kind of we were not as one. We were more, everything was kind of scattered. We were doing things for the wrong reason, I think. But I mean, we kind of learned a lot from that, so that's a hard one. If I could go back in time, I just wish I would remember, like lotto numbers or something like that, that would be cool. Because then I could still be me and be rich, it'd be fucking. But why would I want to be rich? Because I don't know, it's fucking be cool.
You've been in Romania already for a few times. Do you have any memories? How was the experience?
Man, okay, so Romania. I just remember at the airport, just like waiting for our luggage and stuff and looking around, and there's this girl. And wow, man, I mean, the women in Romania are just like drop dead gorgeous. I mean, just beautiful. I mean, women are beautiful in general, but the women in Romania, there's something about them that's just kind of like, wow. And okay, aside from that, when we got to the show, I remember the equipment was shit, but the fucking food was mind-blowing. Like, the food was so good. And the promoter asked me, he said, what could I do to make things better? And I'm all, don't spend so much time on the food. Take half of that and put it on the show. I go, but then again, I don't know, because the fucking food was so good that's going to be my memory. Just like, wow. I mean, I talked about it for months when I got home. Whenever I met somebody from Romania, I'm like, oh my God. I forgot the dish now, but I was like, they're like, oh yeah, So it was really good food. The women in the food, killer.
What are the future plans for Testament except the new album release?
We just finished the record. It's called Brotherhood of the Snake. And it came out really, really good. I'm really happy with it. It's very diverse, but it's very epic. There's nothing on there that breeds commercial. And I think for 30 years of recording music and trying different formulas and stuff, I think we found a formula that is very metal. I think for the metal fan that is looking for something for the nook and crannies, not just your normal, like, it's got a thrash beat and a riff. There's a lot going on here. And, just the title, The Brotherhood of the Snake, you're going to expect something more in-depth. It's not like, Satan's death or Kill 'Em All. Well, no, Kill 'Em All's killer. Sorry. But you know what I mean? I mean, it's more in-depth sounding, and we did it. We're very excited it's coming out in October 8th. We're doing a tour with Amon Amarth in Europe, and that's going to be for like about 8 weeks, and we're pretty excited about that. It's going to be pretty killer. Now, that's another whole thing for Testament, and a lot of bands wouldn't do this. A band like Testament opening for Amon Amarth. a lot of people are like, huh? But at the same time, when you think about it, Amon Amarth is doing great right now, and they're a new band. They're drawing a lot of people, and that's good for Testament. And they're not so bad. They're fucking pretty good. I like Amon Amarth, you know. I think they're pretty good. Their new record's pretty good. Not pretty good, it's really good. And, yeah, I mean, we're just... If there's a lot of people and they're good venues, why not?
So you'll be returning to Romania? Because
there's going to be a proper tour, and I'm sure it's going to be a nice... It won't be some small little shithole. It'll be a nice club, good sound, proper venue, new record, why not?
And the last message for the people that are watching us.
Who's watching us?
That will be watching us.
I hope you enjoyed this interview, and some of it's true, some of it's not. And we'll have to wait and see what happens, but metal up your ass.